Hello guys, and welcome to this video. And once again, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Okay, don't also forget to like this video and make your comments if you have any comment whatsoever. Share as well. All right, so of course we'll be looking at basic statistics, of course biostatistics, and we are going to be focusing majorly on chi-square statistics. Chi-square statistics. So what is chi-square statistics? Chi-square can be defined as an aspect of statistics which focuses on the functional relationship between two frequencies, observed frequencies and expected frequencies, which is done on a contingency table. On a contingency table. All right. So basically, the type of table where we express these values, these frequencies, is called the contingency table. All right. So now quickly, we have a question before us. We'll be solving it quickly. A researcher collected data on students' preferred learning styles across two genders. The table below shows the observed frequencies. Most times, in fact, all times, you'll be given the observed frequencies. It is from the observed frequencies that you would have to determine the expected frequencies and by extension, your chi-square statistics. All right. So what's the formula for chi-square statistics? So chi-square is given as observed value minus expected value all squared. Now summation, okay, mind you, summation of observed value minus expected value all squared divided by expected value. All right, so summation of observed value minus expected value all squared divided by expected value. That is the formula for chi-square statistics. Now, like I told you, the observed frequency or observed value will be given to you in the question. How then can you find the expected value? Now, expected value has a formula. It is equal to row total times column total, all divided by grand total. All right. So we can also represent it as RT times CT divided by N. All right. Grand total is denoted as N in this case. So we can say that chi-square statistics, also known as chi-square cal, this is chi-square calculated, is equal to summation of O minus E all squared divided by E. All right, so it's important to note this. Okay, so this observed minus expected divided by expected. Please don't forget that. Now you have to sum all your observed minus your expected value and you square, then you divide by your expected values. Very, very important. Now, let's look at this question. Let's solve this question. Now we have the learning style across each gender. We have the learning style across the male and the female. We have the visual, we have auditory, then we have the kinesthetic. All right, we have the kinesthetic, we have the 15 males are visual when it comes to learning style. 15 females are also visual when it comes to learning style. 20 males auditory, 25 females auditory, 20 males kinesthetic, 35 females kinesthetic. All right, so we want to look at the relationship between the observed values you can see here and the expected values. So that's what we'll be looking at right away. Okay, so I believe these formulas have already been taken down. Okay, so let's do justice to this question. All right, let's do justice to this question. Now, quickly, at this point, we'll have to complete this table. There are other parts of this table that need to be completed. Now, you come here, you create another column for total. Then you come here, you also create horizontal for total. All right, so total here, then total here as well. So you sum all these values. 15 plus 15, let's get the total here, 30. 20 plus 25, 45. 20 plus 35, 55. All right, 15 plus 20 plus 20 will give you 55. 15 plus 25 is 40. 40 plus 35 will give you 40 plus 35 will give you 75. All right. So when you add 75 and 55, it will give you 130. 30 plus 45, 75. 75 plus 55, 130. Are you seeing it? So it's important to note that the sum of these totals here should give you this value. The sum of these totals here should also give you this value. It's very important. Now, this value is called your grand total. This value is called your grand total. It is here you have your totals for this area, and here you have your totals for this area. So what is here called? This is called row. Row is like this. So row is horizontal, column is vertical. But some persons tend to mistake row to be column. Row is what? Horizontal. Column is vertical. So these are your column totals. You have two column totals here. Then you have three row totals. RT, another RT, and another RT. All right. So this is, of course, how we represent it. You'll be given a table of your observed values. It is your duty to now include the totals. Now let us solve. Now we have to look for our chi-square statistics, which of course is observed minus expected divided by expected. But we don't know the expected values yet. So let us call this value, let's call this O1, let's call this O2, O3, O4, O5, and O6. So those are our observed values. So now let's quickly look for the expected values for each of these observed values. Now let us look for E1 first. Remember that your E is your row total times column total divided by N. All right. So your row total, let's quickly calculate that. Okay, let's quickly calculate that. Now, for O1, row total is 30. So 30 times, so we say 30 times, column total for O1 is 55. 30 times 55 divided by 130. So we say 30 times 55, then divided by 130. So this will give us 12.69. All right, 12.6 now. So now let's look for our E2. So E2 is for O2. Row total for O2 is 30 as well. Column total is 75. All right, we are still using this formula. There's no need restating it. Then divided by 130. So we say 30 times 75. Okay, then divided by 130. Okay, divided by 130. So this will give us 17.308. All right, 17.308. Now let's do for the next one, E3. E3 would be 20. Okay, sorry. E3 will be for 20, right? So what's the row total for 20? 45. What is the column total for 20? 55. What is the grand total? 130. So we say 45 times 55 divided by 130. So this will give us 19.038. Let's go to E4. We are gradually ending. So 25 is our O4. So E4, row total 45, column total 75, divided by 130. So we say 45 times 75 divided by 130. This will give us 25.962. All right, then let's do E5. This is E5. E5 is for O5. All right, so 20 is our O5. The row total for it is 55. Column total for it is also 55 divided by 130. So we say 55 times 55, this will give us 3,025. Then dividing it by 130, this will give us 23.269. All right, then our E6, which is the last observed value for O6, okay, expected value for O6 rather. So for 35 is 55. So 55 times 75 divided by 130. All right, so 55 times 75. 55 times 75 give us 4,125. Then when we divide it by 130, we have 31.73. All right, 31.73. So these are our expected values. All right, these are expected values E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, and E6. All right, so according to chi-square statistics, Chi-square statistics, remember, has the formula chi-square cal is equals to summation of observed minus expected all squared divided by expected. So it means that we now have to add all of these observed, all of these observed minus their expected values, squaring them. Then we'll divide by the expected values for each of them. So this is what I mean. For the first observed value is 15. So this is more like we saying, O1 minus E1, all right, O1 minus E1 divided by E1 all squared plus O2 minus E2 all squared divided by E2, okay, plus O3 minus E3 all squared divided by E3 plus O4 minus E4 all squared divided by E4 plus O5 minus E5 all squared divided by E5, then plus O6 minus E6 all squared divided by E6. That's just the idea. All right, that's just the idea. So add all of them, add all these, then you get your chi-square statistics. So now let's quickly do that. Let's quickly do that. Now, if we are to do that, it's going to take a little time, but the most important thing is for us to achieve our answer. All right. The most important thing is for us to achieve our answer. Okay. I shouldn't have cleaned the table yet because it's from there we'll get our observed values. But no problem. We can still get them from here. Remember that remember that these values now are expected values. Okay. And okay, we will not get them from here though because there are no observed values here. All right. So quickly I'll be rewriting these values again. All right. I'll be writing these values again, just the observed value. All right, so these are our observed values, okay, as we had in the bigger table. All right, so these are the observed values we are using. We are not using our totals. The totals were only there to help us to calculate our expected values. All right, so quickly, having arranged it that way, let us solve it. All right, let us solve it. So now, summation of O minus E all squared all over E. All right, so basically, having done this now, we would impute our observed values into the formula. So O1 minus E1, O1 is 15. So we'll say 15 minus E1 gave us 12.69 all squared divided by E1 12.69 plus O2 is 15 as well. So 15 minus E2 is 17.308. Okay, all divided by 17.308. All right, now plus O3 is 10. So we say 10 minus E3 is 19.038 all squared divided by 19.038 plus our O4 is 35. So we say 35 minus E4, 25.962 all squared divided by 25.962. All right. Then plus O5 is 30. So we say 30 minus E5 is 23.269 all squared divided by 23.269. Then plus O6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so the sixth one is O6 is 25. So 25 minus 31.73 all squared divided by 31.73. So we are going to be adding all of this quickly. All right, we're going to be So basically, this is of course where we display everything that has actually been arranged there. Okay, so of course this is your observed value 15 minus the expected value for E1 divided all squared divided by the expected value for E1. You go to 15 for the O2 minus the expected value 17.308 divided by 17.308. Then your O3 is 20 minus 19.038 divided by 19.038. Your O4 is 25. All right, the O4 is 25 minus 25.962. All squared divided by 25.962. While your O5 is 20, 20 minus its E5, 23.269, all squared divided by 23.269. Then lastly, your O6, 35 minus 31.73 divided by 31.73. This is all squared, by the way. So basically, when we do this, we have all these values. When we add them, we are now getting a chi-square value of 1.608. All right, so I just had to pause the video and quickly do this. So I believe that's what you should have done as well with your calculators. All right, so now at this moment, I just want to summarize by saying that the general idea of chi-square statistics is to get your observed values from your contingency table. After that, use your observed values to get your row totals and your column totals and of course your grand total. After that, you get your expected values by multiplying your row total by your column total, dividing it by your grand total. And when you get those values, you get your observed values and of course you subtract, square, divide by your expected values, and when you add all of them, you get your final answer, which is your chi-square calculated. So do well to subscribe to this video if you find the video interesting. Also share so others can be beneficiaries of this video. Like, and of course, if you have any comment whatsoever, write your questions or write your comments in the comment box just below. Thank you and see you in the next video.